dark art starts with Guile stepping off of a bus, and he immediately gets struck by lightning and presumably dies. Next time on Street Fighter. It's the episode with all the memes that you all know, so... Nah, it's it's just the cartoon shitty animation. They didn't layer the lightning behind Guile, so... Whatever. He's at a bus stop, rest stop, and on the TV we get a little movie canon. Chun-Li is not only a reporter as part of her Street Fighter cover, but she's even using her movie surname of Zhang. And it will not be the last bit of movie canon that we get in this episode. It's actually pretty movie canon heavy. Yay! But yeah, a news story in the first minute of an episode. Gee, wonder if this is going to be relevant to the plot.
The comet's orbit is so large that it is only visible from Earth once every 1,000 years. Sadly,
instead of Escher concocting some kind of insane way of summoning Guile to Street Fighter base, he just picks him up on a bus. In a self-driving bus. I assume it's an apology for literally throwing trash at Guile and Blanca last episode, but either way, what's up?
So you've heard of the Millennial Comet?
Yeah, every 1,000 years and all that stuff.
Exactly. Only this time something's different. According to NASA, its orbit is not what was projected. Something seems to be redirecting the comet's orbit toward Earth.
Well, what do you know? Turns out that totally innocuous news story in the background of the opening scene is actually the focus of our adventure today. Who knew? Guile wants Blanca and Chun-Li for the op, but Chun-Li's busy undercover and has to settle for Ken and Ryu, and Escher's response to Guile's reluctance is absolutely priceless.
They'll have to do, Colonel.
Like, he knows. He knows Ken and Ryu are shit. Cut to Ken facing a jobber. This guy only rates a 1 on the Crawdad scale for having voiced lines. It's actually a worked fight, like a wrestling match. But as soon as Ken sees Guile in the crowd, he decides to change the script and go into business for himself, the carny. Ugh, Ken's an asshole. Needless to say, the promoter's not happy about this.
I thought we had an arrangement.
Hey, you know the fight game, yo fat. Anything can happen.
I pay you so I'll know what will happen.
Wait, hold on. His name is Yo Fat. This guy. You named this guy Yo Fat. Okay? I guess. Guile sonic booms the henchmen in the back, and they all run away like huge cowards to the Himalayas. Blanca's already there waiting for the trio to arrive and get this mission started. So even though we already got this bit of backstory in the very first episode of the series, in this episode they decide to expand a little bit on Blanca's history and origin.
When Dulcine transformed you back in Shadaloo City, it was terrible. But Bison's the one who forced him to do it. That's who we're after.
I try, but I can't forget what I was.
Yeah, they sure did the thing over there. So just like the Street Fighter movie, not only is Bison responsible for transforming Blanca, but Dhalsim was literally the scientist that did it. Sim made Blanca, cartoon canon confirmed. And then Ken's got this line over here.
We should have taken our chances with Yo Fat. Why can't Bison ever hide out in Acapulco?
How do they know it's Bison? Why are they assuming that it's Bison? I mean, obviously, it's going to be Bison because...
Of course!
It's going to be Bison, but how do they know that? They don't. Especially since this episode comes hot off the heels of Desert Thunder, where the main antagonist wasn't associated with Bison or Shadaloo, but more importantly establishes that Street Fighter work more cases than just Shadaloo. But fuck it, because 2 seconds later Zangief tries to kill everyone with an avalanche, so yeah, it's Bison. Ken and Ryu get separated from Guile and Blanca, which leads to our American hero querying,
How could anybody survive in there?
Guile? You survived. Blanca survived. Your ox survived, but no, that's not good enough, and Guile's feeling a wee bit of survivor's guilt. It's easy enough to get him back on track, though. Blanca just feeds him those 3 magical words.
The words we live by aren't easy. Discipline, justice, commitment.
That fucking thumbs up that Guile gives. Oh my god. Oh man, it's like your aunt has just said something really racist and looking for your approval, and it catches you so off guard. Just the pitiful reflexive thumbs up is all your body will let you do, because the rest of your body is just so focused on getting the fuck out of the room to go play some Street Fighter 4 with your cousins. It's the kind of thumbs up that you're absolutely going to regret later in your life, because now Aunt Sally thinks you hate the Orientals too. Fuck, that thumbs up left me dying when I first saw it. Anyways, it's all for nothing because Ken and Ryu obviously survive.
Dig them out. Bison will want them alive.
Guile and Blanca run into Dalsim, and it basically goes the way that you'd expect it, considering the way that the episode has been setting it up. Blanca immediately sees red and goes to attack Sim. Sim doesn't want to fight Blanca. Guile's trying to break up the fight. Sim incapacitates Blanca with a hit. Yoga flames quelled. Everyone agrees to work together. The only real thing worth noting is that when the fight starts, Dalsim is wearing a robe, but then they cut to commercial break before Blanca can actually reach Sim for the fight, and when we return from the commercial, he's not wearing the robe anymore.
No talk. Tonight, you pay Dalsim.
I am not your enemy.
And I literally wonder if it's because they didn't have the budget or the time to animate Dalsim removing his robe. Either way, back at Bison's base of the week, Bison muses about his master plan to Ken and Ryu.
The Millennial Comet is speeding towards its 1,000-year rendezvous with Earth. Only now, using this complex to increase my magnetic chi powers, I have been redirecting it on a collision course with Earth.
I'm not actually sure why Ken and Ryu are acting so surprised by this. Like, I assume Guile briefed them on the mission before they came along. Also, like, friggin', it was Ken that was initially assuming that it was Bison all along, so just... what? Anyways, why, Bison?
The target? Defense headquarters at NORAD. One more adjustment to the comet's orbit, and nothing will be able to stop it.
I mean... okay, that's definitely a target, I guess. I don't know, this just seems like a really, really elaborate plan, like even for this series, to just like destroy one base or whatever. Are you sure there isn't more to this than that?
As an added bonus, the impact should produce an impressive crater and drop the western United States into the Pacific.
Okay, alright, yeah, no, I totally get it now. Like, there's your big evil part of the plan. You're just gonna drop an entire coastline into the Pacific. Yeah, no, that's actually a pretty good plan, Bison.
And guess who owns most of that new waterfront?
Sorry, wait, what?
A brilliant plan! A crippling blow against my enemies, and a tidy profit.
Okay, let's try and summarize this clearly, because that was a lot of shit that we gotta take in, World Warriors. So Bison built this specialized outpost in the mountains of the Himalayas to amplify his magnetic powers enough to pull a once-in-a-thousand-years comet, the Millennial Comet, into Earth, aimed at NORAD in Colorado, to not only destroy the installation, but also create a crater out of the west coast, because Bison has suddenly decided to become a real estate mogul and wants to turn his property into a beachfront, despite the fact that his property is in Kansas. Again, this is all centered around the Millennial Comet, a comet that is only visible once every 1,000 years. Fucking Millennials, though, right? First they're killing Applebee's, then Diamonds, now NORAD and the entire West Coast. I mean, then again, when you get down to it, really, it's all just because some rich white guy wanted even more Bison dollars, so...
A pity you won't be around to see it.
Wait, hey, what? Wait, no, stop, fuck, stop. So, remember when...
Dig them out! Bison will want them alive.
But now you're saying...
When the cyclotron is activated, you'll be incinerated by a few billion watts of energy particles.
So, like, did Bison just want someone to monologue to for a while or something?
Of course!
Okay. It predictably ends with a big dumb schmoz that goes all the way from Dulcim's temple to Bison's base of the week. The final battle actually takes up quite a chunk of time, like the entire final third of the episode. I don't know, it felt really long this time for some reason. Geef gets absolutely wrecked like always, Ken and Ryu escape, Dulcim takes a shot at Bison but fails, Sim has to be convinced to do science to save the day because he doesn't like science anymore. They save the day, Sim gets an invite to join Street Fighter but turns them down saying,
I fight a different battle to free the spirit from the materialism that binds it. Now, go! I'll see that no one ever uses the cyclotron again.
Next time on Street Fighter. Yeah, there it is. It's the episode with all the memes that you all know, so, gonna do that one. Yep, oh, there's the title of the episode right there, so that one's next.
We await your return, warrior.